Yovanovitch had said, let me see if I have the quote here. During her testimony before the House Intelligence Committee in the impeachment proceedings, Yovanovitch said she didn't have much knowledge about Burisma and noted that she only learned of its connection to the Biden family through press reports she read while preparing for her Senate confirmation hearing. So does that comport with her testimony? I don't think so. We have just come up with new documents. Remember Ambassador Yovanovitch, the Obama ambassador that was kept on by or reappointed by President Trump, who obviously was an anti-Trumper. Remember, she was testified at the hearing, and she said, oh, she didn't know much about Burisma. Well, look at this email we just found, thanks to a Judicial Watch lawsuit. Again, not voluntarily turned over to us. We forced the State Department to turn this over to us. So essentially, someone was trying, I'm not going to bore you with the detail behind it, but someone was trying to set up an event involving Burisma, their lobbyists, and other entities. And this is what the event was. It's an email from, maybe I should just give you the background. It's the former it's a former ambassador to Estonia and Serbia, and he worked at the McCain Institute. I knew there's something I wanted to tell you about the background, so it's just perfect in that regard, right? This is back in 2017, and they wanted to do a leadership development training in Ukraine that for their prosecutors that would be funded by Burisma. And the idea was suggested by none other than Sally Painter, the former Clinton commerce official, who was Burisma's lobbyist at the Blue Store Strategies. So Polt emails Yovanovitch about this idea. So I won't read you that email, but I'm going to read you Yovanovitch's response. Sorry not to have responded more quickly. I will get back to you with a fuller response, but I would urge caution in dealing with the Burisma Group. It is widely believed that the owner was the beneficiary of the corrupt justice system here, and I think to the extent that anyone is aware that Burisma is funding the training, there would be raised eyebrows in Kyiv over the irony of Burisma training prosecutors and to what end. There's more. I don't need to tell you anymore, do I? And Yovanovitch had said, let me see if I have the quote here. During her testimony before the House Intelligence Committee in the impeachment proceedings, Yovanovitch said she didn't have much knowledge about Burisma and noted that she only learned of its connection to the Biden family through press reports she read while preparing for her Senate confirmation hearing. So does that comport with her testimony? I don't think so. I mean, it suggests that she knew Burisma was corrupt. And so she did know something about Burisma. She did know something about Burisma. So much so that she warned someone off about having them be involved in funding a training for prosecutors. So what does this document show? That Yovanovitch, in my view, wasn't being forthright with the committees trying to throw out Trump. Secondly, the Obama State Department knew, and this is more evidence that they knew because there's other evidence out there, that Burisma was an issue and was corrupt, and yet nothing was done when Biden's son went onto the board and Biden's business partner went on to the board. And now he evidently is being criminally investigated because of these relationships. And based on the information from the Hunter laptop and other testimony and information given through public, Mr. Bobulinski, for instance, who talked to Joe Biden directly, they were using this money to help Joe Biden. So Biden's in it. folks. Biden's in it. So don't believe the media who've been lying to you about Hunter Biden for years, most recently to help Joe Biden win the presidency. So this is why you support Judicial Watch, I presume, because you don't trust the Justice Department, the FBI, and the media to do the right thing. This is what we do. We get this information out there, and more is coming, because as you know, they just dole out this material as slowly as possible, and in minimal amounts. But more is coming. So we're like the Energizer Bunny. We just keep going and going and going as the Justice Department gives up, as the FBI gives up, as Congress gives up, and the media never was interested. So they're never really in the race anyway. So as we get more documents, I'll obviously keep you updated.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all the latest news from Judicial Watch.